Visit Austin, the city's Convention and Visitors Bureau, with a mission to market Austin as a premier business and leisure destination. But at what cost? Tonight, KXAN investigator Kylie McGivern reveals nearly $500,000 public tax dollars spent on food, alcohol, concerts, jewelry, and gift cards just in the past 2 years alone. Big spending that has critics demanding more transparency from this organization.
People to the live music capital of the world shouldn't be that tough. But when it comes to bringing big events to town, some critics say Visit Austin could be misspending city tax dollars.
Right now it's smoke and mirrors. They're getting a huge amount of our money, and so they have to account for how they spend it and what they're doing with taxpayer dollars.
Bill Bunch is one of those critics. He heads up the Save Our Springs Alliance, which works to protect areas like Barton Springs. He's made no secret he wants city leaders to reconsider where they're directing the hotel occupancy tax, and his group deserves a piece of it.
These funds should be going, in my view, to supporting those things that make Austin a special place for both visitors and residents. And when you start looking into it, that's not what's happening.
Last year, Visit Austin's cut was about $14 million, making up 85% of the organization's total budget. Where that money's going exactly, Bunch and others have argued, isn't totally clear. So he took things a step further and filed a lawsuit against Visit Austin.
How they're spending the money is a big question, and when we started looking at it, we started seeing, things that were rather offensive.
Here's the spending that stood out, receipts we uncovered from the past 2 years. Visit Austin shelled out a lot at local bars. $3,600 in one night at Jacoby's, including $870 on bottles of Blue Rock Cabernet. And more than $6,300 at Antone's nightclub, including $600 on Tito's vodka. We asked Visit Austin CFO Julie Hart why.
It sounds like a lot.
It does sound like a lot. So this is for our local client events. We booked about 100,000 room nights from that. So we feel like that's a really good investment of resources.
Booking room nights, one of the main ways Visit Austin measures success. Getting there includes a lot of wining and dining at some of Austin's best restaurants. $4,500 for a day's order at Franklin's Barbecue. And in a single night, they racked up more than $6,500 at Fleming's Steakhouse, including more than $500 on tenderloin, $750 on lobster, and $875 on shrimp cocktail. We also discovered receipts for more than $20,000 on Kendra Scott jewelry.
So these are public tax dollars that
Yes.
are paying for this?
Yes, they are. But we feel like we're one of the best economic generators for the city of Austin. We bring in more than we spend, and we're really, really proud of the work that we do.
Hart says charges like this are just part of the process to recruit numerous events and benefit the city's economy. For example, one of the biggest benefits listed in the group's latest available tax filing, convention sales helped local hotels book nearly 690,000 room nights in a single year. But the filing doesn't say how much Visit Austin spent to make that happen. We asked the group about improving transparency.
We have gone through receipts, we have gone through audits, but if I'm sitting at home, I'm not going to know where to begin.
I feel like there's a lot of information, but if we can make it easier for people to find, we're all for suggestions.
I would suggest making it easier.
Okay, absolutely. So that's not a problem.
During our interview, Hart said they would start posting Visit Austin's yearly audits and more details about spending here on the group's website for anyone to see. Right now, it only has these monthly reports showing general numbers on what economic impact the group's had, but nothing about expenditures. Remember, the public money we're talking about comes from the tax visitors pay when they stay at hotels here.
And right now it gets about 20% of that $90 million fund.
Yes, and that's why Visit Austin's own policy states that its activity, records, and accounts are subject to extraordinary scrutiny.
So is this really that excessive when it comes to other cities' convention and visitors bureaus?
Right. Well, we did check with other cities like Dallas and found out that Austin is not out of the ordinary. But there are recent reports across the country drawing attention to some cities like Las Vegas, where critics are calling out these groups for questionable spending there.
All right, Kylie, thank you very much. And in our investigation, we also discovered much of this spending happens when Visit Austin is outside of Austin. In the past few years, they have traveled to Vegas, Chicago, LA, Seattle, Vancouver, Minneapolis, Nashville, Philadelphia, Tampa, Boston, Atlanta, Mexico, Jordan, Germany, and Australia, just to name a few. In some of those places, they have treated people to big concerts like Lady Gaga, tickets that added up to more than $18,000.
You know, the Lady Gaga tickets are interesting because that's not necessarily showcasing Austin. And $2,000 in Amex gift cards. Why would we be giving people cash?
Tomorrow night on KXAN News at 10, the City Council reacts to our investigation, and we will see how city leaders will scrutinize the budget for Visit Austin ahead of a crucial vote after what we have brought to light. Online right now, check out the receipts for yourself, plus our interactive walkthrough of a few of the most expensive days the groups had in recent history, jetting around the nation. It's in the investigative section of KXAN.com right now.